Cervical retraction in prone, level 4. We're going to start with a little bit of a review, going through the first few levels, and then we'll talk about level 4. So here, this first one is just a straight up cervical retraction, trying to keep your nose pointed at the floor. You're going to raise your head up just like that. Level 2 is you're going to do that same motion, but you're going to add that shoulder blade squeeze back, as you can see here. And level 3, those same two motions, but now you're going to lift your hands and your palms as high as you can towards the ceiling. So level 3, or what you just saw there, is an I with the hands down low. Here's a T with the hands out to the side. All of these start with that cervical retraction and shoulder blade squeeze. Moving on to the W, shoulders at 90 degrees, elbows at 90 degrees. And the Y, hands up overhead, out at an angle like you're making a Y, thumbs up towards the ceiling. Hold for a few seconds, really trying to squeeze down and back with those shoulder blades. And now going into an overhead press. So we're starting in that W position and then pressing up overhead, no different than if you were pressing a bar up overhead. And lastly, we're going to move on to a swimmer. This is the most challenging one for sure, starting with your hands down by your side, and you're going to come up and around like you're doing the butterfly stroke as a swimmer. So you're still getting that cervical retraction, bringing the arms nice and slow up overhead. You want to finish with your hands up overhead and your thumbs up towards the ceiling, and then slowly rotating at the bottom where your palms are pointed up towards the ceiling. So there is some rotation involved with this one. As we go to a different view here, I want to talk about the rep scheme on this. The goal over time is to build up to a 5x5x5 scheme. So there's 5 exercises with a bonus exercise in the swimmer, but with those 5 exercises, the goal is to get to a 5-second isometric hold at the top with a 5-second rest in between each rep. Do each exercise for 5 reps, and there's 5 exercises total. So that'll get us up to 125 seconds of an isometric hold with 5 swimmers at the end of that. So what that looks like is going to be 5 I's, 5 T's, 5 Y's, 5 W's, and 5 overhead presses, each trying to hold at the top for 5 seconds. Like I said, this is really challenging, so you're likely going to need to build up to that with shorter hold times or less reps, trying to get to that 5x5x5, finish off with the 5 swimmers. Overall, that's going to take about 4.5 to 5 minutes. Give it a try.